So welcome to Vanik's live class for civil service examinations. In this section we are discussing questions and Vanik initiative. Vanik जो उद्यम रही कि जो पिला माने सिविल ପାଇଁ प्रिपेयर होउछन तम किछिटा हेल्प मिलिबो. Vanik wants people or students of Odisha to qualify not only in state services but also in central and UPSC conducted by UPSC services. So more and more Odia students should qualify. This is the goal and objective of Vanik. Therefore, it is taking various steps to achieve this goal. One of the steps is giving free live classes on various aspects, various subjects to the millions of students in Odisha or job aspirants in Odisha. In this section, we will discuss certain questions related to preamble, parts and schedules of the Constitution of India. With regards to parts and schedules, it is essential that everybody who is aspiring to qualify a job in civil service and other examinations must have some comprehensive idea about parts and schedules. Try to remember the parts and schedules and get some idea how the schedules are arranged, how the parts are arranged. Remember the central objective of the parts, केमती parts पूरा arrange करा ही चंती कौन पाई parts पूरा union part 1 2 3 4 इतने केमती subjects पूरा रही चे arrange है कि तार उटे fundamental principle अच्छी सेटा में जानिले parts पूरा मन रही जीवो जमती दर fundamental parts ला territory है ला citizenship है ला rights of the individual से उरा सब first रही चे संविधान रो Part 1 reunion and its territory, Part 2 citizenship, Part 3 fundamental rights, Part 4 DPSP, Part 4A fundamental duty, then for citizens only. So पाखापाखी जो arrange है सेटार उटे rationality उटे rational reason अच्छी. So try to understand the reasons, then only you will be able to remember the parts. It's not very difficult. And also schedules, first schedule, second schedule. Originally we had 8 schedules, now we have 12 schedules. Try to learn which schedule was added by which Constitutional Amendment Act enacted by Parliament. And there have been certain parts added to the Constitution also, IXA, IXB, Part IBA, Part XIBA, and also IX was later added by 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act. So there have been more than 5 parts have been added to the Constitution since its commencement, and so we have now 25 parts because Part 7 has been abolished by 7th Constitutional Amendment Act 1956 after the enactment of State Reorganization Act in 1956. So try to master the parts and schedules. It will be helpful not only in attending objective questions but also writing your answer in civil service examinations. And with regards to preamble, as you know, preamble is a fundamental aspect of the Constitution. It throws light on the basic ideals of the Constitution. What does the Constitution intend to do? Or what are the basic goals, basic philosophy of the Constitution that are mentioned in the preamble. It is therefore called the mirror of the Constitution or a reflecting text of the Constitution. It presents the Constitution in a very precise form. It is a sacred text and it is also a part of basic structure. Preamble cannot be amended can be amended with only subject to that basic structure is secured. So the basic structure is sovereignty, integrity of India, republican nature of India, secular country, secularism. All these things have been declared by the Supreme Court as a part of basic structure. So preamble contains the ideals of the Constitution, the significant aspects of the Constitution and the nature of Indian state, what type of state we have, what type of government India has is mentioned in the preamble. So preamble is not an inessential text, rather it is a very sacred text, very essential text, and very significant text related to constitution. Although it is not considered one of the parts, but it has been given the status of a part by Supreme Court in Kesavananda Bharati case 1973. So preamble reads out the objectives of the constitution, the goals of the constitution. So have a comprehensive idea about preamble and try to remember them, try to remember the points also, and also understand the each key words used in the preamble, like sovereignty, secular socialist state, secularism, democratic, republic. The word has a lot of meaning. And also the ideals like justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. All these are based upon the objective resolution of the adopted by Jawaharlal Nehru. But there have been certain modifications done by the Constituent Assembly, and it was last adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 26 November 1949. Preamble was last amended. So learn properly what are the various aspects of preamble, and try to gather information related to its relevance and its objectives. We shall discuss certain questions related to your preamble. Look at the question first. Multiple choice questions we will discussing from various examinations that was there. It about examination रे आसीची तेणु आमे एटा को डिस्कशन करिबा. Okay, so look at the questions. Question 1 is, what is true of republic? Republic is the nature of the state. There are, what type of republic India has? India has sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, isn't it? India has sovereign, socialist, that is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. So what type of republic we have? We have four adjectives have been added to the republic. I mean, republic is the noun form which tells us the type of government we have. We have a republican government because the head of the state, the president, is elected. So what type of republic? We have a sovereign republic. That means we have an independent republic. India is not dependent upon other countries, nor does it depend upon foreign institutions, international organizations. It takes its own decisions on its own. It does not depend upon foreign countries before taking any decisions. So India has both external and internal sovereignty. Internal sovereignty refers to that state is superior to non-state actors. The state or the government is the major decision maker. It should not be biased by the non-state actors. So that is why India has both full sovereignty. Socialist country, we have a democratic socialist country. We have not adopted pure socialism, rather we have mixed democracy with socialism. And in this democratic socialism, we have a mixed economy where both public and private sector interplay. And we have a secular republic because we are a country with multiple religion, with multifarious religion, with a large number of religion, and although India is a Hinduized state, Hindu majority state, but every religion is respected in the constitution. The constitution provides freedom of religion under Article 25 to 28, which makes it clear that India is not a theocratic state, rather it is a secular state, and we have positive secularism. That state intervention is denied in negative aspects, but it is allowed in positive aspects. State can interfere in religious matters if it violates public order, morality, and health. The state is not completely aloof from religion, like Western secularism, where there is a strict dichotomy between religion and politics. But in India, it has not happened, so we have a positive secularism, and secularism has been declared as a part of basic structure for the first time in Indira Nehru Gandhi versus Raj Naran case 1975, and it was firmly declared as a part of basic structure in SR Bomai case 1994. So these are the major aspects: secular and democratic republic. We are a democracy because we have a elected representatives or representative democracy. The people rule themselves through the elected representatives like MPs and MLAs. So we have a democratic republic, and we have an indirect democracy. We have indirect democracy in India. So that is the thing. Then what does republic means? A republic primarily means is the rule by the state and the elected representative. It can be the answer also, and in which head of the state is elected. That is the vital meaning of republic. A country cannot be called republic unless its head of the state is elected. So England, Japan, they cannot be called republic because their head is not elected, their head is hereditary in nature. So that is the most important part of the republic. So answer will be 1 and 2. So it is the negative, it is the opposite part of republic, in which the head of the state is always hereditary. So in a country where head of the state is hereditary, it cannot be called a republic. So England, Japan, they are not called republic because the head of the state is hereditary in nature. But in India, the head of the state, the president, is elected every 5 years. He is elected by an electoral college consisting of elected members of parliament and elected members of state legislative assembly and legislative assemblies of certain union territories. So it's a republic federal figure. It's elected both by the center and the states. He is a federal president, and therefore India is called a republic. So answer will be 2. Answer will be 1 and 2. 1 and 2 C. The preamble to the Constitution of India reads that the question requires exact order of the words: sovereign, socialist, secular, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. That means the answer is this: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. These are the 4 adjectives before the adjectives that qualifies the noun republic. Adjectives before republic. So they signify the republic, they add meaning to the republic, they define the nature of the republic. The nature of the republic is sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic. And that is what in the nature of Indian state all about. That is called the nature of Indian state. अर्थात को प्रकार व्यवस्था रही आम देश में को प्रकार सरकार व्यवस्था रही शासन व्यवस्था रही से प्रिएम्बल नेचर ऑफ इंडियन स्टेट कहा जाए. The nature of Indian state is sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. But remember, the word socialist and secular was not there in the constitution originally. These both words were added by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. So answer will be D. Answer will be D. Next we will come to question number 3. Which of the following facts can safely established by the preamble to the Constitution? Means what can you get, what can you obtain by learning preamble? Preamble पढ़ले हमें कौन पाइबा सेटा होची question. What can be safely established? We can establish the time when the Constitution was adopted and enacted. In the last stanza of the preamble, it is mentioned that in our Constituent Assembly on 26th day of November 1949 do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves these constitutions. So 26th November 1949 is mentioned in the Constitution, and at this time the Constitution was adopted as it was mentioned in the preamble. So the first statement will be correct. It's correct. The ideals that were to be achieved, the ideals like the The ideals like the justice. What are the ideals? Ideals like the justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. These are the ideals of the Constitution. They are also keywords, but ideals means justice. The ideals means philosophy of the Constitution. What does the preamble, what does the Constitution intend to provide in the country to the people? The Constitution intends to provide justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. So they are mentioned in the Constitution. What type of justice? Political, social, and economic justice. Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. Equality of status and opportunity, and promoting fraternity, assuring dignity and unity and integrity of the nation. So these are the ideals that are professed by the Constitution. The system of government is the sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. And the source of authorities are the people. Ultimate source of authority are people. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic ବୋଲି ମେନସନ୍ ଅଛି। ତେଣୁ ପ୍ରିଏମ୍ବୁଲ୍ରେ ଏଇଟା ବି ଆମେ ଜାଣୁଛେ। ତେଣୁ ଚାରିଟା ଯାକ ଆନ୍ସର୍ ହେବ। ପ୍ରିଏମ୍ବୁଲ୍ରୁ ଆମେ ପାଉଛେ so 1, 2, 3, 4 will be answer. That means that are obtained from the that these above four factors are obtained from the preamble. One, two, three, four. Is that clear? The word secular found enshrined in the preamble to the Constitution of India means the state protects all religions equally. Yes. The state does not uphold any religion as the state religion. Yes. So that is correct. The state does not uphold any religion as state. There is no state religion because India is not a theocratic state. We are a secular state. So we do not have state religion. We are a secular state. That is also correct. Freedom of faith and worship is allowed to the people under Article 25. Freedom of faith and worship is provided. Freedom of profess, practice, and propagate one's religion. Freedom of conscience. That is 25. The state makes no discrimination on the basis of religions, like Article 15, Article 16. Article 15 is there. No discrimination on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, place of residence, and descent. So, number of grounds the state cannot discriminate. One cannot be discriminated in public employment, irrespective of his religions. Cannot be discriminated. So, that is also correct. So, that means the statement 1, 2, 3 are correct. Secular state has these meanings, broader meanings. State will protect, that means all religions have equal status. All religions have equal status. All religions have equal status. So that is the very basic things about secularism. Secularism has a broader meaning in Indian context. And there have been multiple factors or provisions provided in the Constitution which protect secularism. And another vital aspect of Indian secularism is that it provides lots of protection to minorities, religious minorities. It has special provisions in the Constitution under Article 29 and 30, which protects the language, script and culture of the minorities and also allows them, empowers them to run educational institutions without any negative interference by the state. But there may be positive interference, no doubt. So what I mean to say, secularism in India has a broader meaning, and it is positive secularism. Positive secularism means state is not completely aloof away from religious matters. It acts as a watchdog of religious behavior of the people. When religious behavior of the people or religion transgresses public order, morality and health, then the state will impose restrictions. So that is the nature of Indian secularism. Okay, so all these factors are correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us see the answer. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the answer. I mean D is the answer. Is that clear? The mind of the makers of the Constitution of India is reflected in which of the following? The preamble. Preamble is called the mirror of the Constitution. Why preamble is called the mirror of the Constitution? Because it reflects the objectives of the Constitution. Why Constitution is made? Why Constitution is designed? Is answered by the preamble. So preamble is called a mirror because it reflects the sole objective of the Constitution. That is to justice, equality, liberty, fraternity, dignity of individuals, unity and integrity of the country. And it establishes a constitutional government in India. Therefore, preamble is called the reflector of minds of the makers of the Constitution. A. Answer will be A. Next, 6. Which one of the following objectives is not embodied in the preamble to the Constitution of India? Which of the following is not embodied? The liberty that is provided, justice, liberty of thought. What type of liberty is provided in the Constitution? Liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. Look at these 4 words: belief, faith and worship. So that is liberty of thought is there, liberty of expression is there, liberty of economic liberty is not provided. So answer will be B. Is it clear? Answer will be B. Liberty means what? Liberty means absence of restraints, restrictions. But remember, liberty is not absolute. Liberty is provided in part 3, 19, article 19, but they are not absolute in nature, they are qualified. Liberty can be restricted on various grounds: security of the country, nation, sovereignty of India, unity and integrity of the country, security of the state, public order, morality, decency, contempt of court, incitement to offense. You will see a lot of grounds, by a good number of grounds are there on which the freedom, the liberty can be restricted in the larger interest. in the larger interest of the society. Let individual liberty not endanger the unity and integrity of the country. So liberty is provided, but liberty is provided within certain limit. But economic liberty is not provided. Economic liberty is different. Economic justice is provided. 7. Which one of the following statement is correct? Preamble of the Constitution is part of the Constitution, can be amended under Article 360. Partially correct. This statement is partially correct. So it is not full answer. Preamble of the Constitution is not a part, it is incorrect. Preamble is the part of the basic structure that can be amended only if no change of the basic structure is made. Yes, that is the correct answer. Preamble is a part that was declared by Kesavananda Bharati case 1973, and it was declared as a part of basic structure in various cases. Preamble as a basic structure in Kesavananda Bharati case also, that was there. So preamble is a part and is a part of basic structure. It can be amended without destroying the basic structure, obviously by parliament. The state legislature cannot do any change. So answer will be C. Answer will be C. Okay. In which of the following constitutional cases the Supreme Court gave a ruling that the preamble is a part of basic structure? Obviously in the Kesavananda Bharati case. In Berubari case, the Supreme Court held that preamble is not a part of the Constitution, but it is a key to understand the Constitution. It is a keynote of the Constitution. Berubari case 1960. Goloknath case has no relations with the preamble. It is related to right to property. Okay. So that is the thing. So answer will be B, Kesavananda Bharati case 1973. Okay. And Sajan Singh versus State of Rajasthan 1965. It also invoked doctrine of basic structure, but doctrine of basic structure was confirmed by the Supreme Court in Kesavananda Bharati case, although Sajan Singh case 1965 also related to basic structure. Next, the Berubari case, in which the question whether preamble is a part of not arose or not arose for the first time, was decided in 1960. Berubari is a territory of India which was ceded to the East Pakistan, and in this case Supreme Court held that while transferring a land from the country to other foreign country, there should be a Constitutional Amendment Act under Article 368. So that is 1960. A, this is B, okay. Now we'll come to another questions. So that is there. Next is your, how many times the preamble of India preamble of Indian Constitution has been amended so far? Once by 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. The preamble was first amended in the year 1973. 1976, sir. 1976 by 42nd. Same question. D. And the words of socialist, secular and integrity word, these three words were added by 42nd Amendment Act 1976 to the Constitution, to the preamble. 76 रे preamble amendment माध्यम रे तीनोटी शब्द को include कराइतला preamble रे by the parliament. So answer will be D. A and D. Preamble was adopted by the Constituent Assembly as objective resolution. I told you there have been a lot of modification in the objective resolution before it is included, before it is adopted as a preamble. But the sum and substance of objective resolution is reflected in the preamble. Objective resolution was adopted. Objective resolution was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 22nd January 1947, and it was moved by the Assembly on 13 December 1946. So it was drafted by Jawaharlal Nehru, and it was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on 22nd January 1947. Later it was modified as preamble, and preamble was last adopted. Objective resolution. C. Answer will be C. The Constitution of India originally contained 395 articles, 22 parts and 8 schedules. At present we have more than 370 articles, and we have 22 parts, 25 parts, and we have 12 schedules. So answer will be A. Answer will be A. Okay, now come to preamble words adopted by the Constituent Assembly as object resolution. Yes. So next we will come to 14. Question number 14. The 9th schedule was added by first Constitutional Amendment Act 1951 during Jawaharlal Nehru government. Nehru government was there. 7th amendment is a very important amendment. It has brought related to land reforms, the reorganization of states, a number of things. 24th Amendment Act 1971 has declared judicial review as not essential factor, and it also abolished the veto power of the President on Constitutional Amendment Act, Constitutional Amendment Bill. So that is there. and your 14th Constitutional Amendment Act, 14th Constitutional of Indian Constitution, which is related to Pondicherry as the 9th Union Territory of India. In 1962, Pondicherry became the 9th Union Territory at that time. So these are vital, very important amendments. Answer will be D. The 6th schedule of the Constitution of India pertains to the administration of tribal areas in which of the following state, that is ATM square mutabak hai. So Assam, Tripura, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram, that is ATM square. Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya and Mizoram. These are tribal states, and for special protection to tribals, the states are declared as scheduled tribal areas in the 6 schedules. Special emphasis is given to them. Special attention is given to them. And a district autonomous council is established to ensure that there is a considerable tribal participation in the decision making process. So learn about more about 6 scheduled states. Okay, that is A. Match list with list 2. So that is, suppose A, B, C, D. In a presidential system, there is strict separation of power. The executive, legislature and judiciary are not literally related to each other, but there is a check and balance. That doesn't mean they do not have coordination. They have coordinations, but in many respects they act independently. So in a presidential system, the significant characteristic is separation of power, doctrine of separation of power. But in a parliamentary system, although there is the separation of power exists, although separation of power exists in a parliamentary system, because separation of power is a cardinal principle of democracy. It was professed by Montesquieu, and it holds significant importance, but it holds significant place in a democratic state. But in a parliamentary system, the executive and the legislature are close to each other. The members of the executive are the members of the legislature, and the executive is collectively responsible to the legislature for its acts of omissions and commissions. So there is a close relationship between the executive and legislature, that we say. So there is 2. In federal system, there is a division of power. In the unitary system, there is a concentration of power. In a federal system, a division of power between whom? Between the center and states, or the federation and federating units. Federation and federating units. That means your country, your central government and state governments. Under 7th schedule कौन कराई? Division of power कराई, union list, state list and concurrent list. Union list, in subjects of union list, the central government has overriding power. In case of state list, the state has substantial powers to legislate upon that. And in concurrent list, both the center and state can enact. But parliament or the central government can make legislation or can make provisions related to state list in certain exceptional circumstances. That is another part of the story. So that is there. Okay. power. Then we'll come to, that is, answer will be what? 1, 2, 4, 3, D. D happens. Which part of the Constitution deals with the provision of SC, ST and other backward? Part 16. Part 16. Article 332, 342. Reservation for SC, ST, all these things are accorded, provided in this part. The National Commission for SC, ST, OBC, they are part of this. Part XB is election. Part 17 is language. Part 20 is amendment. Part 20 is amendment. Part 17 is language, official languages of India. And part 10 is election. Which of the following statement is correct with regards to preamble? In our Constituent Assembly, in our Constituent Assembly, in our Constituent Assembly, so that is mentioned in our Constituent Assembly. Okay, so in our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949 do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution. Adopt, do hereby adopt, enact and give ourselves, give to ourselves this country. Eta thik hai. 26th day of November in our Constituent Assembly. Okay, so that will be B. Answer will be B. So mark the exact word position in the Constitution, in the preamble. Exact word conditions. So answer B. Who propounded the concept of sovereignty? Jane Bodin will require that. Jane Bodin. Sovereignty means independent. 20. Which of the following is not a non-state actors? Non-state actors means not a non-state, means state actor. State actor means government organization. Government organizations. So the AOTC is not a state actor. RSS is not a state actor. Central Waqf Council is under state actor, under Ministry of Home Affairs. Central Waqf Council is a government department. It is related to mosques management. Central Waqf Council. Central Waqf Council is a statutory body established by Government of India Act under Waqf Act. It is established for the purpose of advising it on matters pertaining to the working of the state Waqf boards and proper administration of Waqfs in the country. Waqf is a permanent dedication of movable and immovable properties for religious and pious charitable purposes as recognized by Muslim law. Okay, so management of, okay, so it is a government organization, but Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh is a non-state actor, so answer will be C. Next 21. XB is election, XX is amendment, XIB is services, XB double H. It's not incorrectly, it is not correct. D. XV triple I is emergency. D will be answer because it is incorrect. The provision for anti-defection in India is provided under 10th schedule. It was added by 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1985 during Rajiv Gandhi government. Secularism is declared as a part of basis in which of the following case for first time. That will be Indira Gandhi case. Indira Gandhi versus Raj Narayan case. The election case for the first time secularism and freedom of conscience and religion was declared as a part of basic structure. That means they cannot be violated by the state. Later, in SR Bomai case also, Supreme Court made the same provisions, same declaration. So it will be C, A. How many languages were found mentioned in the Constitution of India original? There are 14 languages. And later at present there are 22 languages. And 8 languages has been added later. Or 8 languages were conferred constitutional recognition later. Like 21st Constitutional Amendment Act 1967, Sindhi was given constitutional recognition, and your 72nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992, Manipuri, Konkani, and your Manipuri, Konkani and Nepali, and your 92nd Constitutional Amendment Act 2003, Bodo, Dogri, it is 71st, Bodo, Dogri, Maithili, Santhal. So in this way, 8 languages were added. 24 answer D. 25. Which of the following language was not added to the 8th schedule by 22nd Amendment Act? Manipuri. Manipuri was added by 71st Constitutional Amendment Act. Manipuri was added by 71st Constitutional Amendment Act of the Constitution 1992. They were declared as official languages of India along with others. The nature of Indian state in 1950 was sovereign democratic republic. Later, secular and socialist word were added by 76. So nature of Indian state means the type of government that is mentioned in the preamble in 1950 was sovereign democratic republic. Later the two words socialist and secular added. B. 27. Consider the following state. India became a member of Commonwealth of Nations on the basis of an agreement reached at the Commonwealth of Prime Ministers Conference held in London in April 1949. It is mentioned in the Constitution? No. So only one is correct. B. B is correct. Commonwealth, India had been a Commonwealth member before independence, but after independence, India became an independent member of the Commonwealth in April 1949, and that was adopted by the Constituent Assembly in May 1949. B. Which of the following terms was not included the Union of Trinity in its concluding speech to the Constitutional Assembly? Flexibility. Liberty, equality, fraternity is called Trinity because without liberty, equality and fraternity are meaningless, and without fraternity, equality and liberty cannot exist. So both are interdependent and inseparable. All of them are interdependent and inseparable. They cannot exist without the other. That is the thing. That is called Trinity, Union of Trinity. Which of the following term was not mentioned in the objective resolution but has become a part of the preamble? Fraternity. Fraternity was not mentioned in the preamble, in the objective resolution drafted by Nehru. That was later added to the preamble. Objective resolution, as I have told you, was mentioned, was okay, so fraternity word is not there. Objective resolution was declared that India will be a sovereign, independent, democratic republic. India will ensure justice, equality and freedom for all citizens. India will safeguard the interest of minorities, tribes and depressed classes. India will foster national unity. India will ensure economic and political security. India will have a written constitution. So fraternity word was not mentioned in there. Okay, so objective resolution served as a guiding principle for building the constitution. Answer will be D. Which of the following statement is incorrectly matched in terms of quotes of the preamble of the Constitution? There are various quotes on preamble mentioning its significance in various terms. Thakurdas Bhargava has rightly said that preamble is a soul and heart of the Constitution and also jewel to the Constitution of India. Ernest Barker is quoted to have said that it is a keynote to the Constitution. That is right. Horoscope of the Indian Constitution will कहवाइतना preamble को, because preamble professes what the Indian state should be and forecast the nature. So it was not by T. Krishnamacharya, rather by K. Munshi, Kanhaiyalal Maneklal Munshi, a prominent member of the Constituent Assembly and also an important member in the drafting committee of the Constitution. He said that preamble is a horoscope of the Constitution because it studies the future of the Constitution, and one can study the future of the Constitution or the future of Indian state. Okay, and Nani Palkhewala, a noted constitutional lawyer, the writer of the book We the People, has rightly said that preamble is an identity card of the Constitution. It identifies, it allows us to enter the Constitution and to understand the Constitution. So it is also right. So answer it is wrong. The answer is C. So we have discussed 30 questions related to preamble and parts. There are a lot of questions, no doubt, but this question is very important. So I have chosen these important questions for clearing your fundamental doubts. Okay, keep it off and always analyze previous year questions. We will be bringing you important possible questions for every examinations. Keep watching us and give your constructive comments wherever possible. Thank you very much to all of you. Thank you very much to all of you.